means that nobody does anything, but here we go. Throwback to the classic counter. Trundle up into the top lane here for So-On into the Maokai.
Ratcheting it up.
He's going to go ahead and start pushing back. Might have to pop the flash. He's going to try to get back in underneath the turret. Flashes in. MT goes forward. So much damage, and he will just be taken down.
Bit of patience, but Mata flash any moment.
Oh,
here we go.
Yeah, Flash Pulverize comes through into the counter-strike, and Teddy just disappears. Mata finds the kill, and now it's all on Wraith to try to get out of here. Gets the pop-up, flashes away. Seems like he will be able to exit with his life, but beautifully done in the meantime.
Giving them the direst treatment here.
Yeah, has that little kitten thrown down for a ward, but Smeb, yeah, nothing really he can do. No flash available. Going to try to hand this one over to Grace, it would seem. But actually it's going to be empty in the end, taking it away as So-On takes up the turn.
They can still make this game work, but it's always fun when the split pusher starts to get ahead, because then there's headaches on both sides. As well, this is a pretty big headache.
Smeb's got a massive headache at the moment. No flash available. So-On tries to push in. He does have it. He's going to go for it. Gets the chomp, and that is just going to be the final. Smeb has no way of getting back to lane quickly. So already first tower falling, just 7 minutes. You have to be wondering, you know, how do I get myself back into an acceptable position, let alone my team as a whole? Let's see, we can see some aggression here onto Wraith in the bottom lane. I mean, he's just stacking up, and Deft is going to run him out. So he will go down. Didn't have the flash.
The second blue buff spawned. It was insanely early as mid lane.
Counter strike. That's going to be the stun up there onto Grace. He's going to go golden. Does have the flash available, but you can see they're already trying to cut him off a little bit. Gets a shove back onto one. Malefic Vision's coming through. Jukes out onto the silence.
Holy!
He walks away with it at the moment, unless MT can get in there. But yeah, not going to happen. They have the red smite.
Score is here for a counter gank, but down bot lane.
Call the Forge God coming through. Only gets a pop up there onto Mata. Fate's Call drags him back. So-On with the pillar, however, is cutting him off. Deft jumps to the other side. Fate's Call comes through from Mata, popping up Grace immediately, then flashes it away. It seems like the dynamic duo are gonna make it out with their lives, but they're going to have to forfeit the turret.
Yeah, everyone teleports in. Maokai cancels because he wants the extra time to get some damn minions and try to hold the top lane, which is such a struggle. Does mean they just lose bot lane turret. Remains to be seen whether it was the right call. In mid lane, though,
enough to take that out. As Wraith's going to get found in the river. Score wrapping around the backside. And here comes the CC train. He's going to go ahead, flash away, try to get himself away from this Jax. But now with Jeff joining in the mix, they will have the run for the slow. They'll have the run for the execute. He'll get booted back over the wall. And Pawn will go ahead and kill steal the whole damn thing. Now Teddy in a bad spot, starts charging down the lane. But he knows that he's pretty much donezo here as he tries to get out. Flashes away into the stopwatch there for the headbutt pulverize, but another grasp is waiting for him as well as a counter strike. So you tried, Teddy.
Just delaying another minion wave is worth it. It's worth investing the ultimate. That's an objective down, and on the map, Deft will get a turret at around the same time that Jin Air actually take that mid lane turret. It's KT's first of the game. Oh, well, as a top side.
Yeah, see coming around the back side. Here's Teddy going to be joining in, tries to get the lockdown there onto Smeb, but he jumps to the other side. Will not get hit by that chain of corruption, but the turret still will be taken by Jin Air, so maintaining their gold lead. Couple shots here onto the mid one. One more Grace, but doesn't want to take the turret shots.
Too much armor
here in bot, and seems like there's not a damn thing Smeb can do about it.
Nope.
Someone could just turn onto the Maokai if he so chooses.
A while to build up MR, and Jin Air turns onto the Drake, takes an Ocean. It's only Ocean Drake, so no need for KT Rolster to mount out a top lane turret for a good 5 minutes.
Well, seems like they'll finally be able to do so. Finish that one off. Try to get in range of MT, but not going to be able to find it. In the meantime, just a little bit of scuffling here coming through. Depth going to go golden right as that Call the Forge God comes through, so he's not going to get popped up now. Ultimate thrown down by the Maokai. So-On up in the front line, just trying to get rid of Smeb. And now Mata's going to be turned up with the Fate's Call as there. Smeb all on its lonesome will get pop blast auto attack there over the wall. Then he comes through and they take him down, but that's going to be Grace going down in the fight as well. So far, a 2-for-1 in advantage of Jin Air as they keep pushing down the mid lane.
Actually take the turret. Voidling's doing a lot of work. Actually, the Voidlings just kill it. Oh, that was more Voidling damage. The Weaver's Wall hasn't really been used in this game at all by Grace. And that's what we're looking for, is might see a fight.
Smeb's getting chunked low there. All the Forge God comes through, gets a pop-up onto Deft and Mata. Deft down to about half HP. He's going to get popped. The Guardian Angel comes through. Mata goes golden to try to stay alive in the fight. Fate's Call, do believe, is still available. And Deft is actually going to go ahead, trades one back, finds the kill in onto Umpty, but Grace goes in and immediately kills off the Callista. Teddy getting jumped on, headbutt back into the thick of the fight. Will get taken down by Score, who stays alive, leap striking over to Pawn to keep himself alive as he retreats back towards the base. Jin Air going to be coming out on top of this one so far with a 2-for-2 as they try to look for more, but they're turning it around. The Malefic Visions just go through, and Grace will get taken down, but not before he can claim the life of Mata. So all have vision control over the area at the moment. But now Mata, he's going to be looking for another play. This time on a Grace. Headbutts him in. He's going to get locked down. He gets annihilated. Deft walks away with the kill.
No chance of a steal. Now Mata watching Umti.
Yeah, Umti finds him. Gets a little bit of damage there onto the Alistar, but the Rend is coming through. That's going to be game.
Need to find a way to kill Deft. Deft goes down, and KT's comp falls apart.
He would have to jump in, but they're just going to peel back. They're going to try to wait out the pushes here from KT.
Takes the aggro, so it's about as free a turret dive as can be. Goodbye with the Demolish proc onto the first. So
here we go.
We're walking up. What does it mean?
Forward here, Mata, maybe look for the dive. There
means
we go.
A lot.
Goes in with a headbutt, pulverize, finds Grace, who goes down pretty low. The face call comes out, call the Forge God, does get the pop-up in. Massive knockup from Wraith, but it's going to be Jin Air who's still losing members, so on, getting burned down. Will get the kill in on the Deft, but he pays for that one with his life. 3 members dead on the side of Jin Air just for the Callista. KT will go ahead, knock down this inhib turret, knock down the inhibitor in all likelihood, and there's nothing really that Wraith and Umti can do as they just stare on and watch the base crumble.
Well, with Deft going down, it means they don't have enough ranged auto attackers to end the game, so there will not be the game ending here. As you might have first thought, Mata walks straight up the top, taxing the Baron buff onto what is just the most insane motley crew of Voidlings and minions alike. The zoo is enacted in the top lane.
They're not done yet. Taking that second inhibitor at least.
10 seconds on Teddy. Means they'll back away.
From there, yep.
So relatively short because all the action was front-loaded and took a long time for the melee champions. Take down the inhibitor. Still, 2 inhibitors down. A success for the Baron buff that KT couldn't find a way to get. So credit to Jin Air for how they played out the early game, how they took advantage.
Significantly weakened, so we'll go ahead and be able to pop that down very easily. So 3rd inhibitor going to be in their sights.
And Mata's definitely walking out for one.
Yep, everyone will just go ahead and peel back Grace.
Those 2 Demolish procs did literally 80% of the turret health. That's what happens when you have Warmogs and there's health scaling on Demolish.
Well, the Weaver's Wall there from Grace not really going to do much except box KT into the base that they want to be in, so thanks, I guess, as they are just kind of welcomed through the door. Now in onto the final turrets. Just the 2 blocking them from the Nexus. The super creeps are coming in on all sides.
Oh, baby!
Coming down, that's going to be the jump in. Grace manages to flash away, keep himself safe, and actually they're trying to trade this one back in onto Smav, who goes very low here with the Maokai. So far, still going to be alive. Will get popped right at the end, it looks like there, yeah, as Umti finds the kill, but that is going to be traded for Teddy, as Deft is still alive, is still firing away, and is knocking down these final turrets. Nexus going to be standing, 3 members left on the side of Jin Air, but there's nothing really that they can do by the look of it, and there you go. The final hits go through onto the Nexus, 14-11 at the end. The action certainly did vamp up as the game went on. Started off pretty strong, then a very long dry spell, but the last 10 minutes or so there, non-stop, going for the pushes, and KT come out on top.
It was definitely as cleanly. It's still a possibility with Smab, but he's going to go for the standard compositional pick when you already saw the Sejuani. It wasn't like Kings to go in earlier, but, well, let's see how So1's dancing shoes are.
That's going to be the ward coming down. So1 going to flash to the side, goes low, and he'll get taken down. First blood moves over to score. Umti arrives, trying to
shut down. Speaking of shutdowns,
up top is going to be the counter strike there. Umti already using the leap strike, flashes in, gets the stun in on Pawn as Grace does arrive. Triple bubble not going to connect, goes in onto the Wolf and Pawn. He's going to be in a bad spot. Big shove does knock Umti away, flashes away from Grace, but he is just going to get picked off here as Grace does find the kill. So another with seeing score around the top side of the map.
They're still desperate to have forward vision. The first recall was actually KT, so they knew that the time can't.
Channeling the recall, will go ahead and stop it. Jump forward, Deft gonna get popped up, Devour comes through, they gotta get the lockdown straight in onto Teddy, and he is gonna get popped by the look of it. One more hit, nope, flashes over the wall, keeps himself alive. Deft still skirting around the sides of the fight, now turns it onto Wraith. They lock him in with the Sejuani passive, trying to get the kill. True shot barrage, Teddy does tumble to the side, keeps himself alive, and now Pawn is joining in the fray. Pop-up comes through, first kill, going over to Umti as he finishes off score. Wraith will fall. Pawn tries to finish off the Jax. One more hit would do it. There you go. Deft able to take him down. That'll be the turret as well, going over to KT. 2 for 1 plus the turret, but a hard-fought win.
Yeah, hardly clean, but definitely effective from KT. Will take the turret as well after all of this. Well, the Jax for team comp makes a lot of sense when you think of a 5v5 phase. The passivity of
showing through with the CS. finds himself at 180. But pulverized there from Wraith. Gets knocked down to about half HP. Score arrives. Pops him with the ultimate. He'll get locked in. Now Smeb coming in from the backside. Pushes Teddy in. Gets the wall up. The seismic shove from Pawn. They'll take him down. 3 members instantly dead on the side of Jin Air as KT. Now
up. Scored. Cleared all the vision and put down control wards in the enemy red side jungle. They were always going to be able to...
Barely gets clipped by that.
And it's just good news stories on the mini-map as well. 3 control wards in a straight line denying Jin Air from ever responding to bot side.
Oh,
Big
three-man pulverize coming through here. Devour comes down, Mata flashing away, does spit depth out on the other side. He's cutting his way back, nearly kills Teddy, and forces out the heal. But there we go, Paddle Star from Grace finds his mark, takes out Depth. They'll follow up with the counter-strike on Mata. The bot
running of 40 minutes. That's the more pressing question.
Yeah. It's not seeming that way so far. Mata, and Depth is actually ready to body block the Paddle Star. Bold of him there with the Ezreal as we'll see the fight break out. A Missile Voyage there from Mata. Here in the mid lane to get the seismic shove in on the Wraith. He goes low. Can they get the Devourer? He's ready to die, and you see Mata, he doesn't want to take the kill. And once they hand it over to the carries, and Depth will be able to pick it up. Depth now trading back in onto Grace. Gets a couple hits, burns him down to about half. KT will finally take out that inner turret in mid as Smeb goes in for the exchange here onto Soan right before that Mega Gnar expires. Works him down low, has him slowed up. They're going to be looking for the finish onto the GP. Flashes to the other side. Seismic shove comes through. Buddy's got the stopwatch to stay alive for a little bit longer. There's no way for him to get out. He goes down. Ultimate connects in onto Umpty. Takes a leap strike, a short one to the side.
Deep.
Dives in, charges for it, pops him up. The counter strike buys a little bit more time, but he will inevitably fall. As Pawn ready to go, we'll go ahead and cast that one out.
Umpty dead. They have to start a fight soon.
He's a siege mage. Even getting the pokes out here is not going to do a whole lot. They do find one on the Smeb. 3-man pulverize coming through for Wraith yet again as the Baron goes low, but the smite is there from Score. They take it away. Smeb going to jump over the wall. Depth following suit. Will get themselves out alive. And it seems like Score might be left for dead. He will go down. 2 members picked up his Mata power that he needs to chunk out Score and Smeb as they start jumping into his face.
6-0 in a turret score. Huge lead. This siege minions are waiting for the next and final minion wave. They think they want to ice the turret. The Weaver's Wall on point from Pawn as well.
Turret goes down. Score just pulling up into the front line. The lockdown and carry if he can. Double bubble not going to hit anybody. Battlestar will clear out the minions, but KT, they don't need them in order to finish this off. The inhibitor will be falling here. 27.5 minutes just about in.
The ability to deny engage that the Weaver's Wall can also provide. Ocean Drake is not going to actually force the spawn of an Elder. We're too early for that one. So Infernal carry players around the world felt such a rush of blood there, seeing Deft go aggressive onto the Zoe. No one-shots on this Ezreal.
And Freak feels vindicated as Deft goes into the melee range. Wraith now getting chunked out. We'll get Seismic shoved back in. It looks like he is just going to get melted as Smeb finds the kill. Score taking the turret here for the moment as it gets knocked down below half HP, and Smeb running amok into the back line, chunking out Umpty, nearly finishing him off and threatening with that Mega Gnar.
Whole time they could tank up the turret. We knew that from before when the turret died 5 minutes ago. Inhibitor number 1 rolls down for the side of Jin Air. Nothing they can do. No engage. Wraith is dead. No cannon barrage used. They should probably use it to delay these minions, but they're just giving it up.
Turrets all going to fall. Every inhibitor taken now by KT as they try to finish this one off. Soan getting chunked down here by Pawn. Seems like KT still going to play this one.
For Jin Air Green Wings, and we wait for the shop and the inevitable end. Baron buff power play should close the game.
Yep. Will may end this game deathless, but has had a very lackluster performance compared to his former one. Weaver's Wall coming through, cutting off a couple members here. Teddy contained on the other side as Smeb threatens in the sidelines. The lockdown comes in, and that's going to be Grace getting popped this time around. Cannot escape as a double kill comes through for Smeb. Pushes everybody into the wallop. Takes him down, feeds a double kill straight over on the Depth, and Umpty can do nothing but watch. He'll get finished off right at the end. Triple kill to Depth to finish things off. The kills exploding for the final ace, and KT will just go ahead and clear out the final map there. 2-0 over to them.
And we always know with KT Rolster in this iteration, when the early game goes their way is when they're most comfortable. Doesn't mean they always win, but this was one of those games where they iced